Friday night I do, why not hang out with all my Facebook friends? How are you all? Um, I want to look at tonight. Why do people deflect? Why do people deflect? We are seeing it so often at the moment with it happens in all forms of life at the moment. Nobody can seem to take responsibility for anything that they do. Everybody wants to deflect. Everybody wants to pass the buck. Nobody wants to actually say, hey, I made a mistake here. I stuffed up. Why is it so hard? And I have put in Michelle Sabate and I've put in Katie Joy because they're two of the biggest deflectors that I have seen currently on YouTube. You know, as far as YouTube people are concerned, but as far as, you know, but we just see it in every life. Is this something that's happened is this a generational thing that nobody can take responsibility? Is it because we now live in a litigious society that if you take responsibility you can be blamed for it? I'm interested to see what you all think about that. And also we want to look at some of the deflection that Katie Joy's been doing. I mean, the classic deflection, for example, is when she was discovered she was blocked by Gwen Brown, and the lengths that she went to prove that she hadn't blocked Gwen had blocked her, and just the deflection of all of that. It didn't matter the fact that what she was saying, you know, or even with the Derrico's cease and desist. You know, it wasn't the fact that she said anything that was not nice. It's everybody else's. What is it? Where have we come in a society? Hi, short order cook. How have we come to this point in our society or in this world that we aren't prepared to take the blame for anything? Now, I believe Michelle Sabate was taken to court by ETN and has to, because he's not supposed to pay any of the bills, and the judge acknowledged that because it's his account, he's going to pay bills because he doesn't want a bad record, and has said that she's got to pay him back. She's up for contempt, and she's still online deflecting and saying, no, he's going to pay my bill. Not your fault, you take no responsibility. Well, see, that's the problem. That's the problem. Nobody's prepared to take responsibility. I mean, we've seen it in Australia with the robo-debt saga. You know, the leader of the new leader of the opposition has sort of said, oh, well, it was the results have come out politically motivated. You got the people that were called out saying, oh, it's a witch hunt, they're picking on us. Why don't they admit that it was a stupid policy? And there is an article where there was something that I was just reading about how there could be, hello Angela, I'm doing all right, how some of the individual ministers may be actually liable. So this is, let me just quickly do this while we're just getting onto this, because they're saying that the law firm that did the original class action that helped bring all of this together has said considers compensation claim, fresh compensation claim. I mean, we know, and what's really interesting about this as well is that Stuart Robert, the guy on the right, oh, you can't see my pointer, the guy on the right, his seat, his electoral seat, because he's resigned. The guy in the middle, or the back middle, he's resigned. So they were two of the biggest culprits. The woman on the left is on the left, yeah, with behind the microphone. She was the Royal Commission person. So she's a senior lawyer. I believe she's a lawyer, senior counsel. appointed to work through all of this. Then you've got ScoMo, or Scott Morrison, who was the former Prime Minister. And then next to him, you've got Alan Tudge. He's since retired. He was pushed before he was jumped. Then you've got Catherine Campbell, who after making a massive robo-debt got promoted. She's on a $900,000 a year job, by the way. And then you've got Stuart Robert, who has now since resigned, and they're having a by-election for his seat. So they're saying that the law firm that spearheaded that class action is considering its options. The head of the legal firm had written to the Prime Minister inviting negotiations for a fresh claim, potentially under misfeasance or the abusive process or misrepresentation. Now, what is really interesting, so the Morrison government had previously settled a class action involving $430,000. I actually was part of that, by the way, for $110 million, which largely recovered the debts paid by people who recovered interest. So they're saying that a malfeasance of public office, so an abuse of public office, you could possibly sue for. So whether there is a chance that they could be sued individually. Now, we had Stuart Robert, the one on the right, say that he didn't agree with it, but he had to toe the public line, and so essentially he misled the public during his time in office, because that's what you had to do. So that was talking about deflection. They've all of the ones that have been called out have all said, oh, they were just all picking on me. They were picking on this. It's not fair. Boo-hoo. I bet they're all off to cushy jobs with big corporate. That's right, yes. And don't forget, they've all got their pensions. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. Look, I was probably one of the better off ones. I actually ended up paying it off. There is a thing to say that it will be the public servants themselves that will get the blame, and the politicians will get off scot-free. So we have this. I mean, they always say that you lead from the top. So if your politicians are deflecting, and the bosses are deflecting, and nobody's taking responsibility for anything else, how is it that anybody else can take responsibility? So let's just have a look. Let's talk about deflection here. Let's just talk about this deflection here at the moment. I mean, today, Katie Joyce even showed her 100,000K, thing that she got from YouTube, because she says, people think I don't get one. I don't have one. I don't care. I mean, and the other thing is, so her deflection, blaming others for the way they behave, yeah. That's right. So, I mean, here's a classic deflection. This is classic deflection. Here. So, as you can see, good night. Classic deflection. So after all of the posting about her son, she's gone for deflection. We want to change the story and try and change the narrative. Then, see, I'm blocked by Gwyneth on Instagram and Patreon. And so now we're going to go down this path. I want you all to know, dear Gwendolyn, I said Gwyneth, I'm sorry, Gwendolyn. I want you to know I didn't block you from any of my platforms. In fact, you blocked me on Twitter and Instagram years ago. I haven't been able to access your content in years. I did share some content from your Patreon, but only when it was being reported from other outlets. It's like they did it first, so I did it. But here's my thing: just because everybody else does it doesn't make it right. Despite your anger for me, I don't hate you. I'm sad you are using Hillary Spivey's post as a way to flex about your hate for me. Hillary supports a convicted sex offender, defends a pedophile, defends a cult leader, arranged her daughter into a marriage for clout, again, prove it, and defends Jim Bob Duggar despite his abuse. Is this fact or opinion? It is not good a look to use Hillary as an example. She does have soccer accounts. I'm used to people I report on, like I did share content from your Patreon, which I reported from Showbuzz Cheat Sheets reporting. I think you have a lot of great things going for you, and I wish you all the best on your upcoming wedding. No, this screenshot was sent to me from one of her Patreons who was upset by it. I'm not in her Patreon and had no clue about it. Now, she didn't need to carry on like this either, did she? Oh, this really gives me a new and not so positive opinion about Gwen. How did you get the table turned on you? I'm super confused. And she said, it's always the reporter's fault. Huh. So, but I mean, yeah. And then she goes here again. Like, we just can't have one post about it. I am taking the high road. I only want to provide proof that I didn't block Gwendolyn. Right, so you're taking the high road by deflecting. I'm blocked on her Patreon. The account says she hasn't posted anything, but she has an active Patreon. I can't join because she's blocked me, which is fine. I am blocked by many people that I cover. She's blocked me on Instagram and I cannot see her page, and this is what it looks like when I click on her IG link from Google. I don't block people that I cover. Hang on a minute. On Facebook, she's blocked my professional page and her name doesn't come up in her search for me. I can see her from my personal page attached to my professional page. Now she's saying she's got another Facebook account. 7M, you need to ask for her personal details of her Facebook account. See what she's been posting on there. I do not use Twitter. I have an account only to read tweets and share if necessary. My account does not allow followers and is locked from everyone. The Twitter account I use is only for research, as I do not like the platform. It's only for research, people. I don't care about being blocked. I haven't blocked her. Gwendolyn argued that she can't contact me because I was a coward and blocked her. She used the post I made to Hillary Spivey as an example. My post to Hillary was related to Hillary enabling and supporting a known pedophile and abuser, along with Hillary defending Jim Bob Duggar and shaming and degrading Jill Duggar, despite Jim's known abuse by her dad and Josh. Receipts are shown by transparency. Well, if you're going to show receipts, Katie Joy, show us the receipts about all the claims that you've made about all the Duggars. I truly wish Gwen the best for her upcoming wedding. I hope she continues to deconstruct. Hate never wins. I love this comment. I'm not bothered. Let me write a long post bothered to long bothered post to prove it. You do not understand. This is her business. She has to defend her reputation. If an ex-fundee is making misstatements about her, then that could cause people to think she's been hypocritical by blocking those critical fundamentalists. Hey, yeah, we know that she does. Why does it matter that she blocked you? Who cares? It doesn't. She posted on her Patreon that I blocked her, and she's turning her Patreon into a hate group against me. I am just providing receipts. I have nothing negative to say about her. She said Payton is the most violent and horrible person that she knows. Oh. She probably blocked you because you report on things she said on her Patreon, which is paid subscription. She thinks she can get your followers to subscribe to her Patreon instead. So they're all trying to accuse Gwendolyn Brown of trying to steal Katie Joyce audience. Oh. Right, so what? Former Manson following released from prison. So now, again, we're deflecting. We're trying to change the subject. And then we've got this one. We're trying to change it. Don't forget, this is somebody that digs into personal files onto everybody. I'm not saying that showing autopsy photos is correct. But, really? How's this for deflection? Why do you have to deflect? Season 18 coming, folks. Just when you thought you were burned out on all the Browns implosions. Video coming today. Then she says, why is the Sun so pressed to dig into this man's life? Is Cody feeding them tips? Something is off about this. Issue involves a minor that was found within a day. Cody, is this you selling tips to Sun to Smith David? Asking for a friend. But doesn't she dig into everybody's past? Is she really bothered that the Sun's done something that she hasn't? Oh dear. It's crazy, isn't it? Now, here is the... Look, yes, I have a YouTube play button. For those who asked, I got this a long time ago. Yeah, there's 6 comments. It's been liked by 2 people. Oh, no, and others. Oh, yeah, it's been liked by a few people. Okay. She tries to run over the person who got that. She does. Can you do an Instagram style photo shoot with it? If for no other reason than to annoy the haters. It sounds petty, but you got to have fun. She goes, I don't know why they think I don't have one. Because you buy most of your followers on your social media. Congratulations, Katie. Let's get you a gold one. 200k subscribers ago. So, yes. So she's flexing again. So deflecting. And we've still got that one. That one's still tied up there. I mean, she has that pinned for some reason. Although she still has that one up there, but she has that pinned. Yeah. So that is. Oh, let's see what she's tagged in. Is she being tagged in anything at the moment? Yeah. So apparently she was tagged in that. So what's that one? Oh, looks like she's getting tagged in lots of spam. Interesting. So that's her reels. Let's see. She got any reels here? Yeah. All right. So anyway, that is the deflection. So why can't she? I mean, here's the thing. Why can't she say? Why does she have to blame subscribers and people for sending her stuff? Or the classic, I'm only doing it because other outlets are doing it. Why doesn't she say, yes, I did share it? What is wrong with taking accountability for it? So let's go to sorry, I just yawned and I shouldn't have done that. I apologize for that. That was pretty bad, pretty wrong of me. All right. So let me just ask oh, she just can't. No, she probably can't. So I haven't caught up. I haven't really been following a lot of Michelle. I sort of got bored with her. But she apparently had to go. She apparently was in court, and she was held in contempt of court for because she's still in the house and hasn't paid any of the bills. And again, she's still deflecting, and she still is of the belief that ETN needs to pay. So this is from I See What You Can't. I just want to have a look at this. Okay, I want to watch this. Let me know if you can hear it. Because I haven't seen her for a few days. So this is really, there's another one yet where she says, so she's got a big day for ETN tomorrow. So this is 20 minutes here. I'm going to speed it up a bit.
I'm prepared to pay my bills when it's time for me to pay my bills. You have no fucking idea what I have in the bank. You have no idea how much money I have in the bank. You have no idea that I'm prepared.
Got no idea. But she can't pay her bills, it would seem.
Take over my bills when it's time.
Hey, everyone. Happy Tuesday. So, ATN filed contempt papers on Michelle yesterday for not paying any bills pertaining to the house as stated on the divorce settlement. As we know, Michelle did a lot of spending and e-begging during the month of May and June. Let's watch a quick recap.
Have the money. No, I'm not a broke bitch. I'm not a broke bitch. Watch, I'm going to take over all my bills. You have no idea how much money I've saved. You have no idea how much money I've put away. And I'm prepared to pay my bills. I'm prepared to pay.
So this is Michelle Sabaté, or Michelle Goes Live. She is another, I believe, in my opinion, she's another problematic YouTube. Hello, such language with hello, Bo.
Pay my bills. Come June 1st to watch. All the money that I've saved is about to be depleted because I have to pay my bills. I'm about to have to pay cell phone, internet, rate, mortgage. I don't think that's e-begging. I'm asking for money to put towards butcher box and dog food.
Yeah, she's always asking for money for stuff. She said she's asking for money for butcher box and dog food. Again, she has a set of subscribers. In fact, I think she if there was a record for the person that can be banned the most number of times and kicked off YouTube the most number of times, she's got it. Because they kick her off and she sets up another channel. And she gets thousands and thousands of dollars given to her. I need to find out what the trick is.
My cell phone bill. Like, I have to take over massive bills soon. I'm not begging. And if you want to do something nice, Cash App, Visa gift card, rate. I'm asking for butcher box donations. I'm asking for dog food donations. Rate, because every single cent of cash I have is going to have to pay my mortgage, is going to have to pay cell phone, internet, rate. Because the cash that I have coming in pays my car insurance, my credit cards, gas, all that stuff. TGIF. Payday for people on SSDI, SSI, SAA for people that get paid Friday. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, you also, twice a month, you also got paid today. Everyone got paid today. Everyone got paid today.
So yes.
Everyone got paid today.
So she always has her cash
Everyone got paid today. Across the board, everyone got paid today. Thank you, Monkey Mark, for that cash out. Everyone got paid today. Across the board, everyone got paid today. She was supposed to give me $200 to help her. By the way, there's my Cash App, PayPal, and Venmo. She was supposed to give me $200 to help with the certification course. And she's she's my real life friend. I've been friends with her for years. I did nothing to her. Nothing to her. She was giving me $200 to help me with the certification course. It was not her job. It was not her job, Portuguese, but she's my friend. And I said, Valley Girl, I need $200 to pay for it.
Yes. So she kept saying people just keep giving her money.
Class. And she's like, I can't give it to you till on the first. And I said, thank you so much. Because she's a friend. It's not her job, but she's my friend. She's my real life friend. Do you understand that? It's not her job, but she's my friend. And he went to...
And like she gets 170 people sitting in her streams, and they're mostly hate watchers or people wanting to make fun of her. But she has a core group of people that just support her and send her money all the time.
I said, Valley Girl, I need $200 to pay for this course. It is not her job, Portuguese, but she's my friend. And I said, I need this money. And she said, no problem. I'll give it to you on the first. I need $65, please. If you got $1, $2, $5, please donate. I got $2.89 in chat. I'm a fighter, and I will fight for what I want. The course is $650. The course is paid for. I need $65 to pay for the rancher fight. I cannot tell you what the course is about. The people that have donated to the course have already donated, and they will get receipts for it. I cannot dox what I'm doing. I cannot dox what I'm doing. I'm not doxing what I'm doing. So I need $65 more. And don't worry about my social media accounts, because that's taken up as well. I need $65, guys. I can pay for the course and my rancher ticket. I would greatly, greatly appreciate a few more cash apps. I would greatly appreciate a few more cash apps so that I can book my flight, please. I need $65 more to book my flight. If you would be so kindly to donate that money for my flight, I can book it before the flight goes up. Okay, the sitter and the doggy dog food. I will tell you that my blackie has been covered. My rental car has been covered. I still have to gas it up. I still have to pay a sitter. You call it baggy, will I get some baggy?
And the $150 extra stuff. So you can see she keeps getting stuff. People would buy her saucepans and everything.
I'm teaching everyone how to cook.
This is the house she's
Everyone
supposed to be moving out of, or it's supposed to be for sale.
The rental car can pay for my blackie is paid for. Got a dog sitter? Take it away, he's at. Take it away, I'm your doggy bag. It's getting empty. I'm asking for cash apps. Yes.
And in fact, she won't actually start her lives properly until she has a certain amount of people. I know, Bo says, I wish I could figure out how to do that and not feel guilty. I could be rich. So could I, Bo. I could have all my problems solved.
So you have $2, $1, $5, $10 to drop. I'm really asking you. And I promise
Except in Australia, we can't do Cash App. We'd only have PayPal.
you, if this channel goes down, I will come up with another channel. You will see me at the airport. You'll see me for my flight. And I hope I get some really good pictures of my return spots. Let's drop this. You can drop my cash app because I know everything in. I really appreciate it. I'm leaving any days. And I never double dip. I can go access my deep freezer. Never order 2 burger boxes. Again, people just make up lies and they just run with it. People just make up lies about me. They just run with it. Apparently I'm the eyes new orders. Apparently now I'm some young girl from
Michelle had her supporters pay for her class, airfare, food, gas, etc. So, if Michelle didn't use any of her personal money to pay for this, what did she spend her money on? Obviously, nothing went towards mortgage and electric, as stated in the contempt filing. Let's watch.
Okay, so this is the contempt filing. So she was done for contempt, okay, because she hasn't paid any of the bills, but she got all this money.
Georgia comes now. ATM plaintiff in the above style case by his counsel pursuant. Blah blah blah.
They were divorced on the 27th of October 2022, and the settlement agreed on the 27th of October 22, and they were attached. So that's essentially the settlement.
The parties were divorced by final divorce judgment and decree on October 27th. It also incorporated a settlement agreement entered on October 27th, 2022. Copies of the documents are attached here to Exhibit A.
Okay, so since the day of the entry, the defendant has failed and refused to comply with certain terms of the final divorce judgment. So it says the parties own a home and it's located. The husband shall be solely responsible for timely paying of mortgage payments, insurance, property taxes and utilities through May 31st, 2023. Beginning June 1, 2023, the wife shall assume sole responsibility for timely payments. She hasn't done any of that.
Since the date of the entry of the final divorce decree, the defendant has failed and refused to comply with certain terms. The settlement agreement provides irrelevant. Paragraph 2 as follows. The parties that own a home and lot located at the address, the husband shall be solely responsible for timely paying the mortgage payments, insurance, property taxes, and utilities through May 31st, 2023. Beginning June 1st, the wife shall assume sole responsibility for timely paying the mortgage payments, insurance, property taxes, utilities. She shall identify and hold the husband harmless from any obligations associated with the property. Beginning June 1st, the husband shall not be required to make any payments on said property. He should have no...
So this bit says that from the 1st of June, he doesn't need to make any payments because she's going to do it. He'll have no liability, duty, or responsibility. The wife agrees to purchase the home from the husband for $230,000 on or before the 31st of May, and the husband shall be entitled to keep net proceeds, if any, from the sale. If she's able to purchase the home, the wife should be awarded the said home in fee simple, and she would have exclusive use. So she can buy him out.
No liability, duty, or responsibility for the same. The wife agrees to purchase the home from the husband for $230,000 on or before May 31st, and the husband shall be entitled to keep any net proceeds from the sale. If determined to be necessary, he shall execute a quick claim deed. If the wife is able to purchase the home, she should be awarded the home in fee simple. The parties agree that the wife shall have exclusive use and possession until she completes the purchase or until the property is sold. The parties further agree that if the wife is unable to refinance the home on or before the 31st, the parties shall cooperate to place the home on the market for sale and split it. This is just the this is them redoing, like restating what was said. Oh no, this is just
So then it says if she can't buy it, then they'll place the home on the market. It'll be 50-50. And then after subtracting any of the necessary repairs on the property, and the party that has had the expense of the repairs will be reimbursed. If they cannot agree, they will defer to the listing agent and they will decide. The wife shall maintain the home in show-worthy condition while it's listed for sale. Well, it's not. She's letting it be run down.
This is them just restating what they said in the divorce decree. The wife shall maintain, blah, 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 blah.
And then it says that he will pay for the gym ceiling and the husband shall pay for the upfront for the deck repair. The wife shall reimburse the husband 1/2 at closing for costs to repair the deck. Downstairs Airbnb ceiling shall be repaired with already allocated insurance proceeds.
No necessary repairs. The husband shall repair the gym ceiling. The wife shall reimburse the husband 1/2 at cost for closing to repair the deck. The downstairs Airbnb will be repaired, already allocated. Okay, so blah, blah. That just shows what was in the original divorce decree. So here's the consent part. Plaintiff shows the defendant has not purchased a home from the plaintiff.
Then it says that he'll pay $1,000 deductible. The wife shall obtain a repair estimate for the upstairs bathroom leak, and the husband shall pay for the repair, and the wife shall reimburse the husband 1/2, 50% of the out-of-pocket repairs at closing. Plaintiff shows that the defendant has not purchased the home from the plaintiff and beginning June 1, the defendant was to assume all financial responsibility. Plaintiff shows that the defendant has failed and refused to make any payments for the said marital promise. So, yeah, she's not doing anything about it.
And beginning June 1st, the defendant was to assume all financial responsibility for the home. Plaintiff shows the defendant has failed and refused to make any payment. So all that shit, when she was getting money, she didn't make no fucking payments. Look. Shows the defendant has failed and refused to make any payment for the said marital residence as ordered. More specifically, plaintiff shows that since June 1st, the defendant failed to make any of the mortgage, insurance, property taxes, or utility payments she was ordered to begin paying June 2023. And plaintiff has been compelled to make said payment, so his credit will not be negatively affected to avoid the home going to foreclosure. So what they're saying is she didn't pay, and he was forced to pay. So he didn't mess up his credit. The defendant should be found and held in willful contempt for her flagrant violations of the court order in order to purge herself from her contempt by immediately reimbursing the plaintiff the total amount.
So it's also saying that he's attempted to resolve the issues. As a result, it's been necessary for the plaintiff to further engage legal counsel. So it's essentially saying that she hasn't done anything.
Plaintiff has paid for the house since June 1st, or be subject to civil and or criminal penalties, including possible confinement. Plaintiff has attempted to resolve these issues amicably, but to no avail. As a result, it has been necessary to plaintiff to further engage legal counsel to pursue these matters through litigation. He has incurred substantial costs of litigation in order to pursue these issues, and plaintiff shall be awarded all of his attorney's fees and expenses of litigation to be paid by the defendant. Wherefore, plaintiff prays as follows, requiring the defendant to be and appear before this honorable court and show why the prayers of plaintiff should not be granted. The defendant will be found and held in willful contempt of the party settlement agreement. The court exercises punitive, criminal, and or civil powers and sanction the defendant until such time as the defendant purges herself of the said contempt and follows the dictate of the court's orders. The defendant shall be ordered to cooperate for the immediate listing of the marital residence for sale. The plaintiff shall be awarded his attorney.
So what's happening is that so her ex-husband, Michelle's ex-husband, has taken her to court for contempt because she has not taken over the payments of the houses. So And she had a new stock account called the Cheshire Cat, I believe. Where was it? But you've got to show them before I take a link. I'm sick. Yeah. So again, it's deflection. However, so come the 1st of June, her ex-husband was not supposed to, and she was supposed to buy the house. So then we've got this, and then she says this. I'm hoping you can hear it. See, Michelle says her ex-husband is still going to pay the bills. And what she does is she says to her subscribers or whoever she's got that she needs money to pay the bills. Yes, short order cook. That's why I tagged you in it. It's everybody else's fault. So she's saying that she can't earn a successful business because her ex-husband hasn't done the Airbnb. But the truth of the matter is that it said that she was supposed to get estimates and that was supposed to be paid by the insurance money, and she hasn't done it. She hasn't done what she was supposed to do regarding that. So, so this is again where she's going to talk about the fact he's still going to keep paying her.
Hey, everyone, welcome back for another interesting clip. So, I'm sure you've all heard by now how Michelle's court situation went down today. There's just a few things I would like to point out that I feel should be said. 1. That wine rack is ugly AF. Like, seriously, it's hideous.
So
that's the piece of wood she had Etienne drive 6 hours to hand deliver to her. She couldn't just let him have it? Seriously. And to be clear, it doesn't mean a damn thing to her either. She said.
So she carried on and said that he was in contempt of court because he took the wine rack. Well, that's correct, Mickey Mouse fan. Even if the Airbnb was fixed, she could not get insurance. Yes. She said she was taking him to court over this wine rack because he took the wine rack when he left, and apparently he wasn't supposed to, so he had to return the wine rack. So she got her wine rack back.
Like, seriously, it's hideous. That's the piece of wood she had Etienne drive 6 hours to hand deliver to her. She couldn't just let him have it? Seriously. And to be clear, it doesn't mean a damn thing to her either. She said it herself. She just requested it back to be petty.
No, I was being really petty, and I said I wasn't going to settle unless I got the divorce. And so I was like, okay, I'm not settling unless I get the wine rack. And we settled and got the wine rack, right? We settled and got the wine rack. No, I mean, the wine rack was just simple. I was being petty. And, I mean, he signed an agreement, and it's like a $350 or $400 wine rack. I mean, he gave me all the fucking furniture in the house.
It's a $300 to $400 wine rack, and he drove 6 hours to hand deliver it to her, and she still won't pay for anything in the house.
And I'm like, I want the wine rack back.
This is somebody who reminds me so much of Katie Joy.
No, I'm not letting him keep the wine rack back. Who paid for the wine rack? He did, but it's still mine. It was marital property. I guess we both paid for it because we were married.
Okay, so, second, Michelle is a master manipulator. Many of us know this, but some seem to forget just how she is. Michelle's plan has always been to be payment-free in that house.
He has to pay the bills. He has no choice not to pay the bills, hips and lips. He has no choice. Trust me. That's handled. He has no choice not to pay the bill.
So that was until the 31st of May. Right, he had to pay the bills. He doesn't have to pay the bills now, but he's paying the bills because it's in his name and he doesn't want to get a bad credit rating.
Trust me. So I own half of this house. Okay.
Like I got you know, the collateral or whatever, the escrow and stuff.
No, I own half of it.
Right.
So he's responsible for paying the bills. So I don't have to pay the bills on the house, but I still own half this bitch. So I don't have to pay the bills, but I own half the bitch, right?
She's always told us, Etienne is the one on the mortgage loan. It is his responsibility to pay the loan and bills. On October 27th of last year, when Michelle learned her divorce was finalized, she went live to tell everyone about the home buying process.
Until May 31st, that's a long time. And then in May, I pick up the bills of the house. You know what? May's a long time for me to not have to pay anything. That's right, until May. Let's see. We're in October. November, December, January, February, April, March, right? May. That's a long time. That's a long time. Because I haven't had to pay anything since May of 2021. Hold on. Do I have to buy one? I do. But let me tell you about the buyout. Hold on. I gotta find a lighter. I'll tell you about the buyout. Hang on. I'm legit looking for my lighter because I'm stressing. Ah, there it is. So, the buyout. Let's explain about the buyout. So, our house is worth $450,000, right?
Right.
But this has all changed in the past like 20 minutes. Our house is worth $450,000.
Right.
And I don't have to put a cent down on the house, right? So my mortgage is going to be the same. I do own the land too, around us. Now he's gifted me the 15 acres. I'm on land. I'm on 15 acres of land, and he gave that to me in the divorce. So I don't have to put a cent down. All I have to do is sign paperwork, and the house is mine.
So why hasn't she done it if it's that simple? If it's that simple, why hasn't it been done? And who else talks like that? And, it's a...
And the mortgage is going to be about, I don't know, $1,300 a month. So y'all think I got fucked, and I didn't. I didn't get fucked at all. He gave up all of the equity of the house to me. All of it. So y'all want to think I got fucked. He gave everything to me. He gave everything to me. He gave me everything. He gave me everything. I've got a buyout on the house. I got a buyout on the house. We owe $210 on the house. Yeah, so we're refinancing the house. Hold on. So we're refinancing the house in my name, pretty much. Yes, we're on 1.33, but we...
Hey, Alberta and Stella, I haven't seen you for ages. I know I haven't been on, I've been a little bit AWOL. She has no job and gets 800 SS. Yeah, well, we've done both wackadoodles tonight. Wackadoodle 1 and wackadoodle 2. Hey, Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
We bought the adjacent land. So all we're doing is a refinance in May. In May, we're doing a refinance. And so all we're doing is a refinance because my name's on the title, his name's on the title, the mortgage is in his name. So in May, all we're doing is doing a refinance. Yes, I still have to requalify. You're right, I have to requalify for the loan. But what we did is because his loan is to the VA, and I'm going to get a FHA loan. And so what we've done, you're saying my house is worth 300? No, it's worth way more than 300.
I don't think it's worth much at all, but with the state that it currently is in. Yeah, look, I haven't done anything on the blue waffle for ages, Alberta and Stella, so I've just, yeah.
So what we're doing is he's on a VA loan, and I'm getting an FHA loan, and you only have to put, like, I think 5% down, but our house is worth like $435 right now, and we only owe $210. So won't be refinanced. Wait, we won't be out. You will try to refinance. I don't have to refinance or try because my credit is phenomenal.
Well, if it was that good, she would have the house, wouldn't she?
And what we purposely did, because when we talked to the mortgage company, is we filed our taxes together this year, and next year we're filing our taxes together. We didn't agree on the purchase price. He's selling me the house for $210. Like, I don't understand what you people are thinking. He's selling me the house for what we owe on it, and there's so much equity in the house that all I have to do is buy the house for $210. I mean, I don't understand what you hate. Like, you people don't understand real estate.
You don't have to understand real estate. It's called basic common sense. That's right, Albert and Stella. He's only paying the mortgage. I think that was in the court documents, that the only reason he's doing it is because he wants to have the great credit.
Yeah, I have to get a loan, but my credit is phenomenal, and we filed together this year. And since we've been married for 6 months into this year, we're filing again together. I have no debt. That can give you right. That's income ratio. I have no debt at all. Yes, I do have income. I do have income. I have income from my SSD, and I have income from the Airbnb.
What Airbnb? What Airbnb? But I didn't think that she had. I didn't think the Airbnb was active. That's right. That's what it said, Bo. But don't forget, Bo, you don't understand real estate. Didn't she get divorced in October? So, again, this is where people just believe her every word. People she's not questioned about her. Oh, boy. Oh, see, there's similarities between her and the wackadoodle from Minnesota. So how can she be married for 6 months? If she was divorced in October, how can she say she was married in just 6 months?
I know that. I qualify for the loan. We've got a great CPA. You guys are stupid. We have a great CPA, and so, right, the interest rates are so high that no one is going to buy the house. I don't understand how you don't understand this.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Sorry, so, I don't understand. Oh, dear. I don't understand real estate, and a journalist doesn't understand affiliate.
Apparently, you don't own a house, and you've never bought a house.
Pay attention to what she says here.
I'm not even discussing this, and I'm going to say something else. I have a feeling, so I just got off the phone with my husband. Just got off the phone with my ex-husband of today. And, you know, I might not even have a fucking mortgage at all. I might not even have a mortgage at all. How do you like that, bitch? How do you like that, bitch? I might not even have a mortgage at all, bitch. Because what people are doing to me on YouTube, to what people have been doing to me on YouTube and like messing with my job and stuff, I might not even have a mortgage at all.
What does that mean? Oh. You mean she's going to be homeless? Oh. Well, I don't have a mortgage, but I rent. So does she mean she's going to rent it?
How do you like that? How do you like that, beaches? Legit, I had like a 15-minute breakdown, crying on the phone with him, and explaining how these little beaches have like made me lose my job at Apple. Right? I might not even have a mortgage at all. Right? Could you say happy congratulations divorce ATN? This house just might be paid off. Because you think that we don't have money? You think that he doesn't have money?
It's funny how she talks about him as if, it's funny how she's talking about him at the moment as if they're together. Do you think we don't have money? Do you think that we're poor? Oh, boy.
The lies she tells? No. No, I don't tell lies. I don't tell lies. He knows that there's people that want me to ask myself on live. And he does still love me. He does still love me. And there's quite a possibility that he may just pay this fucking house off. Seriously. We're going to talk again, but I had to go because I said I was going on live.
I'm sure ETN would have had all these clips to show to the lawyer. Well, the thing is, that's right, sure. But the thing is, all the people keep sending her money. She says, "Oh, I need to pay my mortgage payment for $1,400, but she still hasn't paid it."
I might not have a mortgage at all in a couple months.
Called again crying, asking him to pay the house off for her. The exact same thing she said happened today. Now, I'm not insinuating, it's the same call. I want to point out this pattern of hers. Because she does this to Ski as well. She cries out to them to manipulate them into saying what she wants. Let's watch a portion of what went down in court, according to Michelle.
How's it going?
Okay, so here we go. And this is the thing, again, we've got manipulation, okay? So let's have a look here.
It's doing good. So before all these people try to get information, we'll give you the news.
Oh, yeah, let's hear it. What happened at court?
First, I want to go to my Jeep real quick, okay?
Okay.
Hold on a second.
All right.
This is kind of cute.
Your hair looks nice.
That quick today.
It looks like you got a perm or a crimp or something. Like whatever it's called when they put that handle thing on it. Maybe you don't know what I'm talking about.
It's kind of funny.
It looks like you got curled it. Not quite though. It's called crimp. That's how it looks normal.
My settings, hang on.
All the trees. Make sure a monkey don't jump out of the tree. What the heck is that? Your wine rack, huh?
Yeah!
I don't actually know the story behind that very well. Like, he was not supposed to give it to you, or he was keeping it from you or something?
Contempt of court.
Because I know that Universal, Michelle will know all about the wine rack. I very vaguely remember. So that's a more picture.
He was ordered to give it to me in my divorce. And like 20 minutes after our numbers, he sent me a letter or a text that said, "I'm not giving you the wine rack back. By the way, if I give it back to you, I'm going to wait till it's raining and I'm going to pass by and I'm going to throw it in the ditch."
What? What an immature shit.
Yeah, so the judge saw that text today.
So interestingly, she's going on about this wine rack. but neglecting and deflecting the fact that she still needs to make payments on the house. This is called deflection.
He did, yeah, that didn't look good for him.
Yeah, so the judge was pretty pissed off about that.
Yeah.
So for the Airbnb, the judge ordered him to have like 30 days to have everything fixed. So he held ATN in contempt for that. He saw like all of the text, all of the, you can't have the Airbnb, you can't do this, blah, blah, blah. So he held ATN in contempt for the wine rack. But because ATN brought the wine rack in, he dismissed the contempt. I questioned him about him not doing all.
So that's Ski Mask Andy, another grifter, tarnished with the same brush. So she's saying that ETN is the one that was, you know, because he returned the wine rack in contempt and saw all these things, but she's neglecting again the house, the fact that it's fascinating.
All the repairs. So the judge gave him like 30 days to do all the repairs. Well, that's not possible because I have no floors upstairs or downstairs. I was held in contempt for not paying the mortgage for 2 months. And I'm like, Your Honor, how the hell can I pay the mortgage? Because I can't even run out downstairs or upstairs. So the judge is like, you have...
Hang on. She can't pay the mortgage because she can't run out downstairs or upstairs? What? Hang on. What does being able to run upstairs or downstairs have to do with being able to pay the mortgage? Hang on.
I have 30 days to pay the $2,800 that you're behind on the mortgage. Well, one, that's not going to happen. I mean, I can't. And so that was basically it. So he was held in contempt.
Did they cancel each other out? Contempt? Is it like...
Yeah, pretty much. So the judge is like, you've got 30 days to pay ATN $2,800. I'm like, I can't do that. So at the very end of the contempt hearing, and then I got to question ATN. And I was like,
what did you do? Like direct? Like
on
direct?
the 17th that you were paying the mortgage and the electric. Because he acted like I didn't do anything, right? And I'm like, no, Your Honor, I switched over the internet, I switched over the phone, I've done part of the part that I can do. And the judge is like, is this true, ATN? And ATN's like, yes, Your Honor, she did do this. And so at the very, then I got to question him. And I was like, did you or did you not say that you're paying the mortgage and the electric until the house? And ATN's like, I did. Boom. So basically that was it. So he's paying the mortgage and he's paying the electric until the house sells.
So she thinks she's better than the lawyers, obviously. Yeah, she better. That's right.
So I was found in contempt because I haven't paid the mortgage in 2 months, but I can't. And I'm like, look, dude, I'm trying to get a job. We also discussed him texting Flava saying I was a prostitute.
What about in Lauren too? Lauren De Laguna, allegedly, remember?
Correct. We discussed that as well. And the judge is like, you know, I think that you're being very ugly and very immature to your ex-wife, and you did break, you know, the...
Hang on! She hasn't said all the stuff that she has said about him. Some of the stuff that's online about him is pretty bad from her. And she said that she was an escort.
We're not supposed to talk bad about each other.
Yeah, no,
like,
exactly.
She talks bad about me, and I'm like, he told the internet I was a fucking prostitute. And so his attorney was like, well, weren't you an escort? And I was like, Mr. Sykes, would you like me to go on Google and read the definitions between an escort and a prostitute? And he's like, so I'm going to ask you this. Do escorts have with people? And I'm like, one, that's none of your fucking business. And number two, no, I'm not required to do that. And I was like, I actually saw people like attorneys, and I pointed to his attorney. And I'm like, and I actually saw people like judges. And I started laughing.
Were you like a kind of flirting with them?
No, I was...
okay, my bad, keep going. And so they...
Prostitute, no, I was an escort. Would you like me to go on Google and read the definitions of an escort and a prostitute? And he's like, but don't escorts have people? I'm like, no. He's like, well, I mean, have you ever? And I was like, well, frankly, that's none of your business. But my clients were attorneys.
Michelle,
And I looked at his attorney, I'm like, people like you,
do they not?
judges?
Let me ask you a question. At these court hearings that you're going to, do they not? But do they not record it? Like, do you not have a court reporter?
No. And there was one woman in court, and Scott's like, do you know her? And I'm like, no. Do you?
Was it open to
No.
public?
I'm like, Your Honor, she's from YouTube.
Man, how the hell? Exactly, because I was going to say, why you ain't got, I mean, I'm glad, Tochi, you had a guy like Knucklehead at your court, in other words, you think. You got a woman.
So she's trying to say that she can't have, I don't know. She wants someone to pay her bills. That's right.
Yeah, there was one lady sitting in the back of the court, right?
And she was trying to get this.
Both knew that she was from YouTube.
Tragic's friend was present during the court hearing, and she did say some of the details Michelle said were true. However, some were also over-exaggerated. LOL. What can we expect from Michelle? Anyways, moments later, Michelle tried to play a recording of her call with Etienne after the first time she went on Ski's panel.
What's
Did
up?
you hear what I was saying? I was saying I don't think you should play that recording.
No,
because
I
you're gonna
should, because it's not bad. It's actually proving that AT and I are on amenable terms. And it's not a bad recording.
What kind of terms? What was
We're
that?
good terms, amenable terms.
What?
And so I really want to play it on your channel.
They said you were trying to play it on Bot's channel.
Oh, no, Bodison was a liar. And you wouldn't bring me up. So I really want to play it. Seriously, it's not a bad conversation. Because everybody's like, ATN hates you. He'll never give you any money. And like, even on the recording, he's like, give me Valley Girls, PayPal or Cash App.
Then
and
look
send
at
our
this.
money for babysitting the dogs.
Never mind. But listen, read this comment. This woman has 700 viewers right now, and she's making money left and right. Like, what is the point of this, Michelle? Literally.
I want you.
I don't get shit out of it. I don't want it. I don't want it, but I don't want her to get your money either. Elizabeth in here? I don't think so. Not yet. I haven't seen her name.
She knows that there's strikes on you. For you.
Elizabeth has never thrown no strikes for me. What did you say that for?
Can I play something for you, please?
What an odd comment of go for it, but I'm not interested in it. Elizabeth is here. Elizabeth, what is she talking about?
Viewers are.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Can I play something?
Yeah, I guess.
Cool.
Elizabeth has never ever done a copyright strike. That was odd.
Listen. Just listen to me, please. So that.
I'm not listening, Michelle. I'm not listening.
Why did you meet me?
I'm not listening. I unmuted you.
It's seriously important.
No, it's not.
No, it really is. Because everybody says how much he hates me. And that he's not giving me money anymore and all that shit.
She said, this is Bot is in the chat and says she refused to put you up there, that you didn't drop the link.
No, I'll send you money to play this fucking video.
No, I don't think you should play it, Michelle. I don't want you to play it. It's your private business.
It's not bad stuff. It's showing that AT and I doesn't hate each other.
That is not the point, though. The point is you'll be bothered rather than left alone by playing this, so you should just
No, it's
not
gonna make people like ask.
It's gonna make people annoy and bother you more when you should just not
do this. I'm asking you as a friend.
You can play it. Go ahead.
Yeah, someone says, tell her to make a channel and do it. Cool. Oh, we might have to have a look at that after as a palette cleanser.
Don't mute me, please.
I don't.
Please.
I don't know. You're not really my friend, Michelle. You talk all kinds of shit about me, and you might be getting my
Talk
channel in
shit about
trouble.
me too, and I still love you.
Ah!
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Mm,
You know I do.
I'm not. No, Michelle. When you want to talk normal about whatever things, I'll talk to you again.
It was smart of Ski not to play that recording. Etienne did not know he was being recorded as Michelle called him, crying, trying to manipulate him into agreeing with her. One more thing I do want to show. In Ski's chat I did say, Michelle said in a previous stream with Ski, that she had always been available for hire. Always has been. Now, with the recent certifications she received, she basically pushed her resume to the top. It should be easier for her to obtain a job.
So what does this mean as far as like you gotta? So what's the next step?
Well, I gotta get hired from a company first, but like this certification I got is like the bam, 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 boom.
So now you're like eligible for hire, basically.
Well, I was eligible for hire before, but it's kind of eligible hire just for one company.
Right.
But what I just got this weekend is like, oh damn, she's hired through this company and she's an authorized. Like,
do they help you get a job? That class or whatever? Do they have like is there a job after you get the class on there? Like, do they have people?
Well, whenever I submit for a job, if I can pass my non-YouTube bullshit, I got one of the most phenomenal rope and harness certifications that you can get. I'm OSHA certified now.
Ski insisted Michelle should try to find a job now. Michelle said she didn't need to because Etienne agreed to pay the bills. Isn't that crazy? All that money from mods and subs she received to pay for her classes with high urgency. Just to say she no longer has to find a job right away because Etienne agreed to pay the bills in the meantime.
Isn't that horrible? So there she's under the sock, the Cheshire Cat. Right. Why pay for classes, brag about your certificate, and then don't get a job? Make it make sense.
Absolutely insane, lol. Well, anyways, let me know what you think down below, and I will see you all in the next clip.
So anyway, that is what's happened there. So that's from I See What You Can't, but yeah. Yes, of course he is, Short Order Cook. He's paying the bills because he needs his credit. I mean, yeah, it's as I say, Michelle and Katie Joy are two peas in a pod, in my opinion. Could you imagine them? How is schooling going? Oh, it's full on. Alberta and Stella, very full on. It's crazy. All right. Oh, here we go. Alberta and Stella, my little chatterbox. This must be it. So let's have a look at this. Go check out her channel. I'll put it in the Alberta and Stella's channel here.
Hello, beautiful.
just kicked myself out. I just kicked myself out. Let me grab that. What an idiot I am.
He's actually.
Oh, wow. Listen to it. Absolutely gorgeous.
Hey, Chitter. It's Chatterbox tonight.
Wow. Just love the brightness. All right, I'll see. Yep, we can. We'll go back and have a look. All right. So this one.
Okay, that was just a bumblebee. Okay, I won't get any closer because you don't seem to like it.
Oh wow! Look how close that is.
Hi, buddy.
Hmm.
It's okay. It's okay. you to stay put. Holy smokes. Now that was cool. Now that was super cool. Hello, beautiful.
Wow, that's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Sure an alert.
So there you go. That was pretty good. Wow. That's amazing, actually. Yeah, amazing. So, no, that's fine. So I've put Alberta and Stella's page in there. So if you wanted to watch the hummingbirds more closely, please feel free to do that. I think I've done a couple of lives this week, so I think I've nearly hit a record for a while. So yeah, which is good. I'm back at school. I'm back at school next week as well. So I'm back teaching next week. Full-time or nearly full-time work, full-time study, which is really a little bit hard. Yeah, I've enjoyed being back. But I wanted to just talk about the fact that people just seem to deflect. And how hard is it to actually admit and tell the truth? It's hard work. I teach everybody from 5 right up until 16 years of age, everything between. And they're all at different stages, and so it's, so we're in winter at the moment, Alberta and Stella. So our school year starts in January, which is our summer, and goes through to December. Just before Christmas, they break up. They have their summer break, and then it's a new year. So we've just had 2 weeks of, I guess, winter break. It's been 2 weeks of our winter break, and so we're back in. So there's about 10 weeks. They do 10 weeks, 2 weeks off, 10 weeks, 2 weeks off, thereabout. Although term 1 was 9 weeks, term 2 was 11 weeks. Term 3, so this term I think is 10 weeks. I think term's 4. So sometimes you might have a short term and then they'll make it up and they'll have a longer term. So we're actually halfway through the academic year now. So that's how that works. So yeah. We're in term 3, so yes, that's right. Yeah. Yes. And so yeah, we're in winter at the moment, and then we have spring, September, October, November, and then December, January, February, summer. So, and that's usually January, late January, or mid to late January is our hottest time. And that's usually, although it's funny because usually the hottest day of the year is whenever the kids go back to school, which is usually the end of January. But yeah, because that's our summer. However, you know, up north, of course, it's their wet season. They're in their dry season at the moment, so you know. Well, let me tell you something, short order cook. We have so much roadworks going at the moment. We've got this new metro tunnel and this new Westgate Bridge tunnel, and they had to close down the train lines for 2 weeks. When would you close the train lines so nobody can access the city? Somebody decided that the school holidays was going to be the best time, and essentially everybody in the western suburbs were told to work from home. Don't come into the city because you can't get into the city. You know, oh wow. So yeah, some bright spark decided to shut everything down, and so and it was buses replacing trains. So if you wanted to go anywhere into the city, you literally had to allow yourself an extra 2 hours to get anywhere. Oh, because it doesn't affect them, Stella and Alberta, because they don't live in the western suburbs. They don't live in the poor part of town, do they? Oh, my rant. Yeah, that'll be my rant for that's my rant. Yeah, so they had buses instead of trains. So what they do is that they have a bus, and the bus drives to all of the train stations en route. I understand it had to be done, but they do a lot of roadworks in the middle of the night because technically there's less traffic then. So they might say this road's closed between, you know, I can't even get to shops in school holidays. They're always doing track work where I live, and people are having to travel for 2 hours. That's right. Yes, it's and then they put events onto the city, and then you can't go to them because you can't get in there. Like, it was all right for them to say work from home. I'm happy to work from home, but you know, it's just They just haven't thought. But yeah, I wanted to do something in the city and I couldn't because I didn't want to. And the other thing is, people drive in because, you know, there's no trains, and so then you can't get parked, so then you have a parking problem. So it's a double-edged sword. It really is a double-edged sword. And again, the politicians don't care because they have their chauffeur-driven cars. You know, they can get chauffeured in and dropped off, you know. So for those of you that remember when I showed the photo of my uncle and auntie and their car accident, well, after 3 weeks, he's finally allowed to. She got discharged just the other day from hospital, and he leaves my parents' place tomorrow. But now they live 4 hours away. They live 4 hours away, and so they had to get them home, and they've put them in a taxi. Now, one of his brothers offered to drive him home and said, look, I'll take them home, but the Traffic Accident Corporation, we call it the TRC. So when we pay our registration for our cars, part of that is an insurance component that covers expenses of people in car accidents. Anyway, so they said, oh no, we'll put them in a taxi, 3 hour drive, 3 to 4 hour drive, $700 for each of them. They discharged my uncle from the hospital and sent him in a taxi to my parents' place. Didn't even tell anybody, just put him in. And like we could have gone and got him, but no, it has to be done this way. You know, I just think you're just trying to save them. You're trying to save. They've changed the layout on here, and I keep hitting the wrong buttons, so I keep kicking myself out. So yeah, we just want to try and save the money. We just will save you money, but no. Well, and I just said no wonder registration's so high. No wonder my registration's so much money, because it's going to pay for stuff like this. But yeah, I mean, we would have gone and got him from the hospital, but no, we couldn't go do that, because, you know, that's like saving money. I just seem to think government departments and bureaucrats just like to find the most inefficient, expensive way of doing something and then doing it. You know? If there's a way to do it effectively and efficiently and save money, why wouldn't you do that? But no, we want to find the most ineffective, most expensive, stupid way to do something and then do it. Oh, crazy, right? So he goes home tomorrow. He's been with my parents now for 3 weeks. So everyone's happy to go back to... Yeah, 3 hours in the cab. Oh, look, I offered to drive I offered to drive there. I offered to be the taxi driver. The other thing is, because they are breeders, animal breeders, they have dogs and they've got cats, and they're purebreds. They've had to, because they've been in the hospital, they've had to go into a kennel. They've had to be looked after. And they're put into kennels, and the kennel bill at the moment is sitting at $15,000. So they've been really eager to get home, because they want the animals back with them to lower the cost. When they sell when they sell the puppies, they'll start recouping some of that money back. But that's a lot of money to have your animals looked after. I mean, they had people, yeah, I know. There was, what did they say? 25? They've got 25 animals. Some are show dogs, so some are show dogs, so they show them. They have some that are breeding animals that they just breed. So they said they will eventually get that money back when they sell, but some of them had just had new litters as well, so they needed to have proper care. So when they had the accident, their friends rallied together and were able to get all their animals and put them into a kennel so they could have the best care. But then that again costs money. But it's funny, because both of them, when they were conscious, asked about the other person and then asked about the dogs. So their animals are their life, really. Yeah. Hey, Will. Cool, yeah. Oh, that's good. And that's the thing, the animals were safe and cared for, and that was for them the most important thing. The car's a write-off. And apparently it was a car that was initially, they actually have another car that they can use, so they will probably put the money that they get for their car onto the bill. My psychiatrist told me once about a lady who stayed married just for the dog. Yeah, well, I mean, people stay married for children, and some people's animals are children. I mean, my own daughter's told me that I've got to settle for a grand cat because she's got no intention of having children, so I've got a grand cat. I'd prefer a grand cat, but oops. I would prefer a grand cat myself. I mean, I would prefer a grandchild. Oh, you empty nester. See, I'm in the process of moving all of my stuff out of my bedroom into the spare room, which was my daughter's room, because I've just, after 12 months of her being out of the house, I finally have got over the fact that she's not coming back. And it was funny because I said something to my daughter's boyfriend, and he goes, "Oh no, keep her. She might be coming back." And I said, "What? You mean Mary Ann or the cat?" And he goes, "The cat, of course." 14 cats, 12 strays. Wow. 14 cats. Yeah. When I was cat sitting, if you saw the shorts, the cat was the boss, really the boss. And she would just talk non-stop. 4 o'clock in the morning, she would just come in and go, meow, 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 and want to talk to you. And it's like, no. And she had to, every door had to be open for the off chance, that she wants to walk into the door, walk through it. Oh, that's so true. Yeah, I'll post the link, Will, and I'll post the link, and you can go have a look at the videos again. So that link, will take you to that link will take you to Alberta and Stella's page. Oh. Oh, and cats, I mean, I've had a few foster cats, and they've all had different personalities, every single one of them. I swear they're like people. So yeah, so I'm taking my time to do it, because I just want to do it once and have everything set up in there perfectly the way I want it. So I'm trying to do it so that it's done right and it's done once, right? You should only do things once and right. Is that correct? Wow, that's pretty cool. I think cats can be friends with just about anybody. And she didn't like getting. I actually bought a brush to brush the cat's hair, fur, and she didn't like it. And she would actually grab it out of my hands, and chuck the brush away. It was hilarious. And then she'd go get the brush and bring it back to me, and to do it again. Oh, well, that's funny. Short order. My Penny loves his cats. They eat his tail and run off. Yeah. The guy that does the coffee house crime, he has a cat as well, and the cat sometimes likes to get into shot. Quite funny. I reckon the best time is just towards the end of kittenhood, because they're smart enough, they know everything, but they still have that playful nature. It's great. Yes, I did. Yeah. I heard about it, and KJ posted about it, of course. Well, apparently they're saying that there's really heavy winds at the moment, and a lot of, as it's going through the area, a lot of houses are out of power. So I may disappear due to loss of power, but it seems to be not in my area at the moment. But what's the difference between that and getting personal records personal records, personal private records of people? Because I would consider them one of the same. There's just some things that shouldn't be on YouTube. So, I consider what the YouTuber did very similar to what Katie Joy did. If you want to talk about, to James Westbrook and that and the allegations, Well, yes, that's very interesting. I mean, all the stuff that she's talked about, how she was going to hold, file a motion against 7M, and 7M's filed a motion against her. For doing what she was saying, for doing exactly. Yeah. But I just, the reasons why are bizarre as well, that she's used. I mean, can you use journalistic privilege, but still then turn around and say it was an opinion? And that's what I think the issue is going to be. Because either something is an opinion or it's a fact that's reported. And reporting on something, you have to leave personal opinions out. No, you cannot. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. Both a personal an opinion and reporting are not the same things. That's why on news sites and in newspapers, it will have opinion piece, because it's somebody's opinion. You know that it's not a report. And if you are reporting as a journalist, you have to give a fair and balanced report, and you have to ask the other side for comment. When has she said, I tried to contact such and such for comment on this story? Never. So then if she's she can't call herself a journalist if she's an opinion writer. You know, stuff that she said on her Instagram, that KJ put on her Instagram about Gwendolyn Brown, and I think I read it and I said, well, prove it. When she was calling what's her name, Spivey out, she accused what's her name, Spivey, of setting up Claire in an arranged marriage. What do you feel? Oh, that was hilarious. So you've got KJ on one hand not knowing what an affiliate is, and you've got Michelle Sabaté telling everybody we're stupid, that we don't know how real estate works. Oh dear. And yet both can make heaps of money on the platform. I'd actually like to see them in the same room together. Who actually would try and tell the other one that they know more than the other person. That actually could be rather entertaining. See who can flex the most muscle. That's correct. As I said, we can't get Cash Apps in Australia. Cash App isn't a proper platform in Australia, so it's either PayPal or the YouTube type stuff. So, you know, she's lucky she can do that. Yeah, it would seem that, or say the most outrageous stuff. You know? But you'd have, to use an Australian saying, you'd have two drongos who didn't have enough cans to make a six-pack, trying to have a discussion. Yes, that's right. So they're 2 cans short of a six-pack, and they're drongos, or, you know, idiots. Anyway, based on, I mean, I've been on for an hour 45, so it's Friday night here. 2 cans short of a six-pack, yeah. Oh, and they both like their red cordial as well, don't they? And both deny that they like their red cordial. My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm happy. I'm happy to show them, as I said, and if I can get you some more subscribers, I definitely will. So that's been pasted. This is streaming on YouTube, Facebook, Discord, Twitter, and Kick. So anyway, so yeah, so thank you all for joining me. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. And yeah, look, I hope to catch you next time. There'll be a couple of recorded videos coming up in the next few days, and I will catch you again shortly. So thank you for joining me. If you could hit like and subscribe on your way out, that would be very helpful. Bye for now.